Hello and welcome to my channel, I Went to Lose Gaming, the most wholesome pretzel-wearing owner of Nagohara Fireworks. Yoimiya is finally here in North America. In this video, I will be demonstrating her at Constellation 0 with a rust bow at Refinement 1. Yoimiya has a lot to live up to, being the 5th main Pyro DPS character, or even the 8th if you include Xiangling, Bennett, and Amber. Can Yoimiya keep the Pyro DPS train alive and burn down the local fauna in Teyvat? But before we answer that burning question, here is what can barely be considered a segue into today's sponsors. Raid Shadow Legends! Raid Shadow Legends has millions of players and dozens of tough bosses. Click on the link in the description below or scan the QR code on your screen to get started with Raid. And there's an amazing new champion in game right now. It's Ninja. He's got a katana, a bow and arrow, and he controls both ice and fire. Ninja's an absolute beast in battle too. He's awesome against almost every boss in the game, especially the spider and clan boss. Everything he does is designed to take down long boss fights, and he gets stronger the longer a battle goes on. He also has an AoE freeze skill. Frees the entire enemy team. Doesn't that just sound broken? And did you know the fastest way to level up your champions is through farming the campaign? You can grind loads of EXP and silver all at the same time. With tons of quality of life features in Raid, you'll be able to farm tons of resources super efficiently. Ninja is completely free for now, so everyone can get him, but he's only available until October 15th, and once that day comes, you'll never be able to get Ninja again. And this month, Raid's just released a ton of amazing new clan features, such as new clan quests and even a brand new clan shop with tons of powerful items. Raid's also got new champions to collect, from fragments in the Doom Tower, and of course, loads of events. If you want to get a huge head start in Raid, all you have to do is hit the link in the description or scan the QR code right here. New players will get an epic hero, Chinoru, who is amazing in Doom Tower. 200,000 silver, 1 XP boost, 1 energy refill, and 1 ancient shard so you can summon an awesome champion as soon as you get in game. You will find your rewards here in your inbox for the next 30 days only. I wanted to thank all of you for your support, as well as Raid Shadow Legends for their generosity in sponsoring this video. Now let's go over my Yoimiya's build. She is using a level 90, Refinement 1, Rust. She's at Constellation 0, and her talents are at 8, 8, and 8. Unfortunately, my luck was pretty abysmal when it came to farming the Shimenao's Reminiscence. So instead of the Shimenao's Reminiscence, she is instead using the 2-piece Crimson Witch plus 2-piece Gladiators. My Yoimiya's normal attacks are at a measly 58% damage potential when compared to a properly built Shimenao's Reminiscence Yoimiya. For truly endgame builds, you want to target 70 to 80% of a character's damage potential, so my Yoimiya is a bit off of a truly endgame Yoimiya. Regardless, this should still demonstrate a fairly representative example of a well-built Constellation 0 Yoimiya. Anyway, let's start off by seeing how much damage her basic attacks are doing against the Cryo Regisvine. So far, the consensus for her best normal attack string is just normal attack 5. Then you can dash cancel if you like, and repeat. You can usually get 3 normal attack 5 dash combos off during her Ease Infusion window. Just for fun, let's also see how her level 2 charge shots do against the Cryo Regisvine. This is substantially lower damage than her elemental skill infused normal attack, but it's worth knowing what she's capable of while her elemental skill is on cooldown. Of course, keep in mind that the Rust lowers charge attack damage by 10%. Next, let's try out her burst. In case you aren't aware about Yoimiya's burst, a different character needs to do any type of damage in order to trigger the explosion from Yoimiya's burst, hence why my Zhongli is slapping the Cryovine with his normal attack. You can see that when it crits it does around 10,000, and when it doesn't crit it's doing around 3,000. So what kind of character showcase video would this be without beating up on the local sleeping Primo Geovishap with a full team? Although Yoimiya wasn't able to annihilate the Primo Geovishap as quickly as my Constellation Zero Ayaka did, this is still a perfectly reasonable performance. So far, I'm finding Mono Pyro Damage Yoimiya team to be fairly competent. And here is a bonus clip of Yoimiya with Xingqiu as well. You can see that she definitely struggles to vape a lot of her damage, but is nonetheless still very powerful. And next, we're going to take our favorite pretzel wearer into Abyss 12. This new Abyss 12 has some pretty massive HP pools, so let's see if Yoimiya can handle it. Yoimiya's first teammate will be the standard Noblesse Oblige Aquila Favonia Bennett. Next is Sucrose, who is there for Viridescent Veneer, to shred pyro resistance and also to buff Yoimiya with the thrilling tales of Dragon Slayers. Her swirls also help provide some AoE damage as well. And finally, we have Zhongli. He is here for crowd control and survivability. Zhongli is using a Favonius Lance with the 4-piece Tenacity of the Millilith. Keep in mind that my supports have a lot of constellations, but you should still get an idea of how Yoimiya performs at Constellation Zero. The current Abyss 12 really favors situations where you can hit 2 or 3 targets, which is unfortunately something that Yoimiya isn't great at. Also, the current Abyss 12 has the largest HP pools we've seen by far. Anyway, by using Sucrose's swirls to buff Yoimiya's damage and also chunk the samurais, Yoimiya is able to finish all 3 of them off with a single infusion window. Thanks to the energy tides, Bennett and Zhongli have their bursts back up again, and combined with Yoimiya's burst and Sucrose's burst, in combination, all that stuff does a lot of work against these 2 samurai. Afterwards, it was just a matter of using Yoimiya's E to finish off the low HP samurais. Next is Abyss 12-2-1. Yoimiya has absolutely no trouble taking out each of the mid-trolls one by one. Afterwards, it's just a matter of grouping the Lava Churl with the Abyss Mage, so that way Sucrose's Elemental Burst will break the Abyss Mage's shield, and also allows Yoimiya to quickly take out both of these enemies. And finally, we have 12-3-1. Yoimiya is actually doing 57,000 damage, normal attack 5 shots with this setup, which is actually really impressive. This robot stood no chance against an E-infused Yoimiya. And keep in mind that my Yoimiya's basic attacks are only at 58% damage potential. On top of that, the Abyss cards this cycle barely helped her at all, with only one 20% attack boost card. Anyway, as for the 3 follow-up robots, with some positioning and running around the shield of this robot, Yoimiya's burst with Sucrose's burst is able to do enough AoE damage for Yoimiya to then finish them off with her basic attacks. So in the end, the times I managed after a bit of retrying were 53 seconds for 12-1-1, 39 seconds for 12-2-1, and 49 seconds for 12-3-1. This is a very clean 9-star of the current Abyss 12, with a relatively free-to-play achievable Yoimiya. So after all this, what are my thoughts on Yoimiya? Well, she is certainly not the second coming of Ganyu. We pretty much had that in the form of Ayaka. Regardless, I do think Yoimiya is a reasonable and balanced character, but that in itself can be viewed as a problem. Looking at the past DPS characters released, they have all felt pretty broken in one way or another. Ganyu started this trend by being the most broken thing ever releasing Genshin Impact, even up to this day. However, Yoimiya just doesn't feel broken. In comparison to characters like Ganyu, and even to older DPS characters like Klee, Diluc, and Child, Yoimiya feels like a reasonably balanced character. All in all though, Yoimiya is still a solid main DPS pyro character with an easy and effective playstyle. Yoimiya's setup is actually very simple in comparison to more complex characters like Amber, where it feels like you're doing chemistry to get all the buffs to align. Now, if you want my honest opinion on whether you should pull for her compared to other overpowered characters like Ganyu or even Ayaka, for purely meta purposes and no other reasons, I can't say that I strongly recommend pulling for her. But if you like the quick and easy setup, smooth Unga Boonga Pew Pew playstyle, and if you're fully aware that she is largely a single target DPS character, then Yoimiya might be a great option for you. Anyway, you should rest assured knowing that you'll still be able to curb stomp the current content with Yoimiya. And also, before signing off, I have a big announcement for my channel, and that is the grand opening of my very own Discord. A huge thanks to the Gene Mains Discord staff for helping me set up this Discord. Although my Discord doesn't quite have a complete vision for what it wants to be when it grows up, right now I want it to be a fun, welcoming, wholesome, and helpful environment for people to share their Genshin Impact experiences. There is a theory crafting section, a meme section, and a help section. So come on in, chat, and hang out with other sleepy travelers. Players of all paths are welcomed, whether you're a new player or even a veteran speedrunner, you're welcome to join and hang out with me. And also, thanks again to Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring this video, and thank you all for watching. My next video on Yoimiya will be a full and thorough guide covering artifact rankings, weapons, teams, and more. So be sure to smash that subscribe button so you don't miss out. As always, I appreciate every single one of you. This is I Want to Lose, signing out.